Good morning, guys. Okay, let me just fix this here quickly. So I decided to do point four differently. So we are going through our five responsibilities of a man to his wife. So we've covered point one, point two, point three, and today we're on point four. So what we'll do is that tomorrow I'll just do a quick summary of all the points so that those who might have missed it will be able to understand what we were going through. So point four is basically a man's responsibility is to live with his wife. Live with your wife. So when you go to the word live and you maybe try to truly define it in the Greek word, you will find that the word live means that you live in harmony. You live in closely, being closely aligned. You live in intimate dwelling. That's what the word live is in the Greek language. So basically, when you live, many men might think, you know what, Temba, what do you mean we must live with our wives when we are living at home? We wake up, we go to work, we come back at home, we sleep at home. But today I want to go a bit deeper than that and say that living with your wife means that you spend time, you take your time to get to know your wife. So I make a brief example is that most women, if not all women, once a month they go through a phase in which they go through their periods. So a man who knows or who lives with his wife would understand and keep the calendar. It is not the woman who would keep the calendar, but it is the man, because a week before that actual event, you would find that the woman goes through all sorts of emotions. They get easily distracted, they get easily angered. Sometimes they want to talk, and sometimes they like for ask for opinions from you, and you all of a sudden, without having to fully listen to them thoroughly, you would want to make a comment, only to find that it annoys her even more. So at that stage, that period, hormones and emotions and feelings all go haywire, and it is very important that a man should be able to know this about his women, so that he will be able to, the more you know about your women, the more you are in a position to be fully available to her, so that you are fully supportive of her in terms of what she's going through. So that becomes a very important point in terms of living with your wife. So another responsibility that men has in terms of living with their wives is that in most cases, what most men measure success by is that they measure success by their homes, the big homes that they have, the big cars that they drive, or even the bank balances that they have. So what I want to say today is that if you as a man have allowed that to be a sort of measure in terms of how much you are contributing to your home, or how much you are a man in your home, you have got it all incorrect. The biggest measure is that you should be spending time with your wife, even in the midst of all these things that you have. So what I'm saying there is that most men have actually substituted spending time with their wives by giving them these particular assets or these things that come up, and it's as if it's a substitute. It's as if the woman, when she got married to these assets and things, and that's not entirely true. When you guys got married, it was only you and your wife. It was only you and her. There was no church people. There was no one. Okay, I mean, they were there, but I mean, when you were making the vows and you were making the commitment, it was to your wife. So whatever situations you guys may find yourself in, you must know that you and your wife got married. As whatever may come on the outside should not interfere with what you guys share on the inside. I think another thing is that a man should be able to assist and come up and live with the wife by understanding that a man should be able to create a loving atmosphere, caring atmosphere at home. When the atmosphere is full of strife and complaining and hate, it's the duty of a man to make sure that the atmosphere is well balanced, the atmosphere is good, the atmosphere is full of positive energy. He does this by making sure that he is always present. There's nothing wrong with the male coming home to assist in the daily duties of the house, assisting with the kids, assisting in doing some chores in the house, assist in making the bed. In this way, what you do is that you are making the wife know that she is not there just to be your slave, but she is there to become your partner. She's your partner, and therefore whatever you do, if you do it together, it becomes more powerful and it has more impact even on the kids, because as they grow up under those conditions, they get to witness that, and they themselves grow up and become these trees that grow up and want to do the same thing. So they get to realize when an atmosphere, rather an environment, is going outside of positive, then they want to bring it back. So you're not only doing yourself a favor, but you're doing future marriages a favor by being a man at your own home. So this point is to say that you must live with your wife, know your wife, take time to form a close partnership with your wife, engage with your wife, and sometimes you got to come home and switch off the TV and switch off social media and look at your wife in the eye and ask her how was her day. You need to make time so that she gets to talk. Most women want to feel valued when they are being listened to. Most women feel appreciated when they see that the man is taking and making an effort to know her for who she truly is. She's taking, the woman feels much more valuable when she sees that the man is coming back home and not bringing work home. Some of us have a tendency of getting, it's as if we got married to our work. We want to work so much. We talk about our work each and every time at home. We talk about our work, and that can bring about a negative environment wherever we are. So when you're at home, you must make sure that you live with your wife and make memories with your wife and know your wife and ask questions, because the more you know about her, the more it gives you an advantage in terms of the ammunition, so that you're able to charm her and put her into a place and of love by the words that you will talk to her, and by living with your wife, you get to understand that things become much easier, because she now becomes a support system rather than a wife that is just sitting at home to wash dishes and do all these things which are for me at a very low level. So point number 4 is to live with your wife.